Hi everyone, hope you're all okay. I'm seeing a lot of stuff in my news feed. I'm getting a lot of messages about the situation between Marvin, Herbert, Shaun, Attwood, Darren G. It's a bit of a tricky one really, because all in their own way, they're doing positive things. But as well as that, the way in which I think some of it's being done is coming across quite negative. So for me, when I decided to start my own channel, or when I started getting involved in podcasts, it was always the same reason that triggered it. So I was just fed up with seeing kids dying. I got fed up with every single time I looked at my news feed, there was someone in Peckham that had died. There was someone in Vauxhall that had died. There was someone in Feltham that had died. One of them people being one of my best mates from back in the day. And there's all these people losing their lives. And for me, the government aren't doing enough to highlight the volume of these attacks and the murders. And then they're not doing enough to rehabilitate the people that are carrying out the offences. So it's like, you're getting violent thugs, they're going out and they're committing these horrible crimes at a very young age, but then they're going to prison, and then they're coming out even worse. And this is like, it's people that know me, this is a big thing for me. Like, I don't like it. No one's born bad. I don't believe that anyone's born bad. You growing up in an environment, and sometimes that environment can make you turn out different from everyone else. It can make you more violent. It can make you more paranoid. No matter what you've been through, it shapes the person you are. Now, for me, with everything that's gone on, that message is getting lost. And that's what I'm more concerned about. I've obviously done interviews with Shaun. I nearly done one with James English. And Marvin Herbert is a character in himself. And Darren's not going to appreciate me saying this, but very similar to Darren. They've both had lives where they've been in and around that sort of gangster lifestyle. They've been involved in high-tier criminal activity. And when you're involved in that life, and you decide to turn everything around to try and put out a message, I think it's very important that you stick to that message. And the reason I say this is that people like me and Darren and James, we find it hard enough trying to convince people that we're reformed, that we've turned our lives around and we're not committing any offences anymore, and we genuinely want to try and help these people that need help, that aren't getting it. That's the whole point of it. So with all of this going on, it just gets lost. And people then feed in via being a subscriber to their channels. They originally subscribe so that they can back the message that's being put out to help people. And when this happens and these arguments start, for whatever reason, people then forget that and they feed into the argument. And then it becomes, oh, I can't wait to see what he said about him, and I can't wait to see what he said about that person. And again, the message gets lost. So I just want to remind everyone that the message that's being promoted is all but the same. There's too many young kids dying on our streets. There's too many young kids going to prison. There's too many young kids running around stabbing people. Literally one on my doorstep the other day in Reading. Again, a little kid has lost his life for a stabbing. And it's got to stop. And I just don't want people to lose focus on that message, because I feel that it's very, very important that these issues are addressed and something is done to try and curb the rise in this behaviour. Because I've said it before and I say it again now, it's going to get worse. And it's going to get a lot worse until the government pull their finger out their arse and think, hold on, we've got a bit of a problem here. But at the minute, they're so wrapped up with the COVID and the Brexit, it's just not on the agenda. So the only way to get it on the agenda is by doing what we're doing, gaining as big a following as possible and making a big enough noise so that the people in power hear and start addressing the issues. That's the whole point to what we do. It's not about cunting off trolls. It's not about cunting someone else off, trying to make them look bad. It's not about, and this is a big one for me, there's been a lot of digging up people's past and people accusing people of doing stuff, and it's kind of like, it's in my eyes, it's kind of petty in a way, because it's like, everyone makes mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. If you're sitting there now saying that you've never made a mistake in your life, you're just lying to yourself. Like, everyone makes mistakes, but what's important and where it's possible, you should make up for those mistakes. Now, I'm not religious. I never have been. I don't believe in God, but I like the concept of God. I like the fact that someone can wholeheartedly believe in something and it makes them happy. So by that making them happy, that makes me happy. That they're happy with something they believe in. That whether or not I agree with what they believe in is a different story altogether, but I'm happy that they believe in something that much that it impacts their lives in a positive way. I'm all for that, no matter what the religion. Now, I need people to know that when they get involved in these videos, yeah, address the issues that are being raised, but don't get lost in them. Don't get lost and miss the message that's being put out there, because it's the message that is the whole fucking point in it. Now, I'm not saying if you was a nonce you can make up for it. There's certain things you can't come back from. Yeah, that's just the way it is. People that have made mistakes in their life. I've made loads of mistakes in my life. I'll make loads of more mistakes in my life. Like that's what life is. But it's how we adapt and we turn negatives into positive. And this is what I've been trying to do for the last few years now. And I'm getting somewhere with it. And I've always said that if you surround yourself with positive people, positive things will happen to your life. If you're going to sit on your ass and whinge about something, you're going to still be sitting there a week later whinging about the same shit. You've got to get off your ass. You've got to do something about it. Now, everyone that knows me, that knows that I've been doing all this stuff, I'm not earning from it. I'm not doing it to get a fucking YouTube medal. I couldn't give a fuck about it. Like, it don't interest me. What I'm interested is someone messaging me and saying, do you know what? We see one of your videos and we want to work with you. We think there's something there that you might be able to give us input on a concept that we think might work. That's what I want. I need these kids to stop dying on the streets. I need mums and dads to stop getting that knock at the door by a policeman telling them that their little bundle of joy has just been stabbed to death up the road over a load of bollocks. And if there's one thing that Marvin said that I'm in full agreement with, and he said, for what? You're going out, you're shotting, you're doing your shit, you're getting your money. For what? And this is, I can't get this message across enough. What are you doing it for? You're going to go and stab someone, you're going to kill them. For what? He is 100% hit the nail on the head with that one. And Darren says a lot of stuff that is very good as well. I mean, his concept of choose a life, not a knife. It's a brilliant message to get out. And I don't want that message lost through all of this bullshit. Because for me, the government is in place to look after its citizens. And it's the government that is failing these kids. And by everyone getting wrapped up in these arguments, you're letting the government win. Because all they're going to do is go, they're all fucking each other over. Like, we ain't even got to worry about them. We carry on fucking up. Now, for me, it's not about one person being more popular than someone else. It's not about who's got the most fucking subscribers. It's about getting that message out. You could have 10 subscribers. It only takes one of them to be influential enough to listen to your message and start bringing about change. So I just want everyone to take a hard look at what they're doing. I don't want to see no violence out of it. I don't want to see channels shut down and things like that. I just want that message to continue to get out to the people that are being affected by it. So leave your comments below. Thanks for listening.